welcome back to our channel. So today we are going to show you how to replace the cabinet locks. I will be replacing the cabinet lock of my cupboard. You can see here I have already replaced this lock, and you can see how I replaced this lock in this video. Watch this video fully and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. If you have any queries or questions, do write it in the comment box below. So let's begin the video. So this is my room, and you can see here a 4-door cupboard. So on this first door the cabinet lock has some problem, so we will be replacing this lock in this video. I had purchased this cupboard 2 years before from a local shop. This cupboard is made in China. This is made from MDF, but not that good quality. It's a low quality MDF. So as you can see here, the cabinet lock of the first door is having the problem. So I had decided to replace it. I had called a local carpenter for the same work, but he was charging too high. So I thought of doing it on my own. Before making this video, I had already removed all the screws from this lock. As you can see here, I am only removing the lock from the cupboard. I am not touching the other side of the lock, which is a steel part. Usually when you go to buy these new locks, you don't get this other side portion. So that's why I have decided to keep it same. As the screws were already removed, I can easily pull out the lock from the door. After removing the lock, I went to the local shop to buy a similar kind of lock so I can fix it here. Since this lock came with the cupboard, it's difficult to find the same from the market. Still, I will try my best. So as you can see here, this is the new lock which I got from the market. This is also made in China, and this was the nearest size which I could get it. Others were either too small or too big to fix in the same position. As you can see here, the box is little damaged, but as the shop guy had only one piece, I had no option than to buy it. I tried 4-5 shops, but I could get it only at one shop. As you can see here, after opening the box, you will find the lock along with 2 keys and plus a ring portion which you have to fix it after you install the lock. As I said earlier, the lock which I purchased is not of the exact same size which I had in my cabinet. You can see here the difference in the sizes. The lock which I purchased now is little bit smaller compared to the lock which was already installed here. But 2 of the screws are exactly matching, or you can say 2 of the holes are exactly matching. The other 2 holes are little bit near. The easy way to check this is just to put both the locks back to back and try to see if holes are matching or no. As you can see here, 2 of the holes are exactly matching, other 2 are not matching. But since there are no other options available, I have to use the same lock to fix it in my cupboard. Also, just to inform you, this lock doesn't come with the screw, so I purchased 4 screws additionally. The shop guy didn't charge me additional for the screws. Here you can see the 4 screws which I purchased. These are black screws. The size is around 1/2 inch. To fix this lock, I will be using 2 different kinds of screwdrivers. One comes with the Phillips head and other is a normal flat screwdriver. Now I am taking all the things nearby to the cabinet so I can easily fix the lock. Now first of all, I will take the new lock and the ring part and try to put it in the place to make the markings for the screws. So as you can see here, I will put the ring part of the lock from one side of the door, and from the other side of the door I will just try to push the shank part of the lock. Now we will apply a slight pressure on both the sides, on the lock as well as the ring, to make sure both gets settled to its correct place. As you can see here, the shaft part of the lock is little bit tight, because of which I have to put it hard so that it goes into the correct place. This is also one of the important things which you should consider when you are buying the new lock from the local hardware shop. Now we will rotate the lock to its correct position, as you can see here. So our next step now is to fix the screws, but before doing that I will show you how to check the shaft portion of your lock is proper or not. So when you are studying at your local hardware shop and purchasing the new lock, just put the new lock and the old lock back to back from the shaft part to check if diameter of both the shafts are same. If the diameters are same, then well and good. If it is not same, make sure you buy the lock whose diameter is more or less 0.5 mm of the original size. So now next step is to put the screws. As you can see here, I have already installed the first screw. Now I will be installing the another screw. I will be fixing only 2 screws here. The balance 2 screws I will be fixing later on. So now we will be checking if the lock is properly engaging or not. As you may know, in this kind of locks there is a male portion which should engage in the slotted portion of the other part, as you can see here in the video. So now with the help of key we will check if the lock is properly engaging or not. So as you can see here, even after rotating the key, the lock is not properly engaging. The male part of the lock is not going into the slotted portion of the steel part. While I was rotating the key, I felt that the male part of the lock was touching the slotted portion but not on the exact place. It was touching little bit outside. So I could feel that if I move the slotted portion little bit outside, then the lock will engage properly. So in order to move the steel part or the slotted portion a little bit outside, I decided to loosen the screw, which you can see here. So I will just remove the screw, move the steel part outside and again tighten the screw. Also I felt that the screw diameter was too big here. So I decided to replace the screw with a thinner one. For this thinner screw, initially I decided to have a screw with a Phillips head type, but I could not find anyone. So I used a normal screw with flat head. So as you can see here, we have successfully moved the slotted portion to little bit outside. Make sure all the screws are tightened properly, but never over tighten any of the screws. Now we will close the doors of the cabinet and turn the keys to check if the lock is properly working or not. So as you can see here, the locks are properly working. So in this way we have successfully replaced the old cabinet lock with a new lock. I still need to close the balance 2 screws which I left previously. Make sure you tighten all the screws whenever you are working on your cabinet or any other carpentry stuffs in your home. If this video was helpful to you in any way, please do click the like button and post your suggestions and queries in the comment box below. Also friends, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Thanks for watching this video.